Hey everyone, and welcome to my devlog where I share my experiences with development and hopefully can help you along the way as well. On my last two videos I had some great suggestions from some of you to do more videos based off mechanics of the game. So I decided to do a mechanics/story devlog series where I talk about ideas and concepts we are currently working to implement. Since we won't be showing any existing features at this point, I will be considering this devlog 1.5. If you all like or don't like this format, let us know. We are still working on the best ways to show all of you our process and how the game is progressing, so we will continue to iterate on these videos as development continues. Keep in mind, these are just ideas and are subject to change in the finished game. First, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the world we are building. In this world, all of the inhabitants will be a type of humanoid creature. The current idea for the main character is an anamorphic crow. I'm still practicing my Blender skills and came up with this crow character as a starting concept to give you an idea of what it could look like in the future game. We chose a crow because crows have a lot of symbolic meaning and, without going into too much story details, felt very on theme with the story arc of the game. Our original idea was you would come up to this overlook and see a small village down below nestled under this mountain, with stairs climbing up to the temple at the top. We've slowly been iterating on this idea and realized in games like Shadow of the Colossus, one of the things that makes the game feel so massive is how alone you can feel throughout the game. We realized maybe it isn't the best idea to throw the character into the world and then they immediately come across a town. It adds more of a sense of mystery to what is happening in the world. Plus, coming across an empty rundown village really gets you thinking. Now let's talk about player mechanics. We really want the player mechanics to feel very responsive. For example, in the current movement system, if the player lightly pushes the joystick, the character will start to walk. As more pressure is applied to the joystick, the character will move faster. This means the player will be in complete control of the speed of the character at all times. This concept of the player being in complete control is something we want to carry into future features. One of these features is the dash mechanic. We love concepts of being able to dash across certain areas to traverse to new areas, but we felt like with our dash, we wanted to do something a little different. We decided we wanted to try and implement a free dash, which instead of traversing a cavern by dashing across, you would actually dash across the wall to get to the other side. Because we want the player to have complete control, we were thinking technically the player could move in any direction when they're dashing on a wall. For example, if we had a wall that had multiple outcroppings, the player could actually maneuver around obstacles to get to their destination. This could also be used for different types of puzzle-solving situations, and it could also even be used in battle. It would overall add a more dynamic way to traverse the world. The last feature I wanted to talk about is combat mechanics. A theme that I have used throughout this video is the player being in control of the character. One of the largest and most important systems is our combat system. So we've been trying to put a lot of time and effort into thinking of ways we can make it fun, but also feel like the player is in complete control. In our game, the main character does not wield a physical weapon, you might say. The weapon he wields can change shape, and can actually do a lot of different things. As you traverse the world, you will gain new abilities for your weapon, which will then be added to your ability inventory. We really love the concept in Zelda games. When you traverse a dungeon, you find an item that you can equip to an open slot. Then you can use that ability whenever necessary. In our game, it won't be as much about carrying around a lot of items, but we want abilities to be equipped in this way. For example, if you find a slash ability as you explore the world, you can equip your slash into an open slot. Each attack can also have a combo system. For example, in games like Elden Ring, when you swing the different weapons, each swing the attack can get stronger until you perform the final blow. Because we want to account for different playstyles, we could equip many different abilities, which you could then technically use together. It also allows you, as the player, to stay in control of the character at all times. These are just a few of the mechanics we have been exploring. We still have a lot to do and a lot to show, but we will continue to give updates as development continues. Anyways everyone, what did you think of these mechanics and story elements? Please let us know in the comments. For those who enjoyed, please consider liking the video, and if you want to see more devlogs like this one, subscribing with the notification bell on will help you stay up to date. Thank you for joining me for this devlog, and I'll see you next time.